Can I ask a question to the men on the panel?
Go ahead.
What is it that your wife do that makes you feel like I'm a man? Like I like the fact that she depends on me for these things. I like the fact
Not
that like
sexual.
what is it that you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to know. Cause y'all talking
Now,
about I don't want to
you
hold
could do
hands,
that, but
I
you
don't want
can't
her to
hold her
touch
hand.
me. Like what is it that you like about your me? Like I genuinely want to know what makes you how does she make you happy? You know what I'm saying? Like where did you find your happiness within your
Stand
wife?
with
Where
that
does it
booty
lie?
close to my arm, like within arm's length. I'm gonna
Because
grab
I
them
want to know
cheeks.
what's their value to you. Like women, I
Okay,
think y'all be
I
reasonable to
got some.
say
I got
our
something for
value.
you. I got
You
something
know,
for
like
you.
what's our
So
value?
every day when my wife cook breakfast, she'll put, if I'm sleep still, she'll put the a riddle on top of the plate, write a riddle on there, and then I try and solve it before the other side. I'll be appreciating that stuff. Um, when she sleep, you know the little cuddle up where she toot the ass right into you, and that they know I like that part. The thoughtfulness, like on one of my like so when I turned 27 or whatever, she, you know, my birthday on the 27th, and just a newfound respect and love. Like, man, you just push these lives out your body. That shit, wow. She always with the plan no matter what. So shit, I know I could run something by her. She like, damn, okay. She gonna try and help me figure out how we can get it done, or she gonna know whatever her role is in it. She gonna try and execute that shit to the fullest. Um, she don't bother me like talking shit or none of that. Like nothing, like I ain't never had no fight with her, shit like that. I really appreciate that we can exist without having to argue and fight and be in that space. Motherfuckers just constantly overly emotional and upset. I appreciate that. Um, Sometimes like I could be callous and I could get on some like, hey, I just want to. She don't say nothing. She don't try to stop me. She just be sitting there. And then like eventually I could calm down because of her. Yeah, she can help me calm me down. I'll just say that. She can help calm me down a lot of times. Uh Shit is so much. I don't know. The gumbo the other day, that shit was fire. Like I like you could like I could just keep going. We talking all non-sexual shit. So yeah. And then the other part is they want to, so shit. Got no motherfucking issues.
Okay, I like that. That okay. That makes sense.
I need more. Somebody else.
I know, right?
Y'all
Next.
be talking mad
Next. Don't be
crap about
shy.
Well,
women.
first and foremost, I want to comment on Law real quick, man. Come on, brother. You be feeling inclined to skip and frolic when you hold your wife's hands.
Like,
he get ahead and he be like, let's frolic, baby.
We just don't do it, bro. We never have like that hand. Like I said, I prefer.
Like, but why did it go there though? Like, why was you like
I
that? I
like
don't be
holding my
feeling like
arm because that's
frolicking
when I
and
see
shit.
people. When I see people holding hands, that's what I think. You know, like that's what comes to mind.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I get it.
Go ahead, Cal.
Like listen, it's to the point where she'll grab my hand being funny. You dig what I'm saying? Like for real. Like try to be funny with it, knowing it's, you know.
Can we
So
be honest
it
here?
sounds like
Oh,
y'all
bro.
is men
You
and
smack her
let me
hand away.
it sounds like y'all is men and if I'm wrong, correct me, please. But it sounds like because of the world, this is back to and White, this is back to his point of seeing so many things in the media and how they're trying to feminize men. So it sounds like to me that y'all are trying to hold on to the qualities that y'all feel makes y'all men, things that y'all cherish about yourselves, things that y'all pride yourself on. And even though y'all know men need to heal, you just want to make sure that they're still holding on to those type of qualities. Is that what it is?
I disagree. Look,
Because
right.
I feel like y'all be
If,
focused so strongly on masculinity. So yeah.
because it's very important. That's what makes men men. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. We're not fluid. It's not, it's very cut and dry. You dig what I'm saying? And the more that we try and blend these lines is why we get all these sassy boys. You know what I'm saying? Because we try and blend these lines. You can't make us operate like women. We just don't. We're not made the same. We don't, our emotions don't work the same. Our wires aren't the same. We are, in fact, different. And when it's better when we all realize that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. Hey, black folks is better when we integrated. You know what I'm saying? It's the
I
same
still
kind of
don't get
concept. Let men be men, let women be women.
I still don't get why different is bad and why it's sassy and these other things. Like
What's that?
that's where
Because
I'm
it's
confused at.
destroying
It's
the.
different types of men and they don't
Different type
I
of
got
some
a,
men don't like aggression like that.
I
Does
got a
that make
question.
sure does that mean he's not a man?
I
You know
got
what
a
I'm
It
question.
saying?
depends
Did
if
you have
somebody.
a,
Hey,
did you grow
listen.
up in
If
a house with
somebody
your
tries to
daddy?
attack you and him and he can't handle it, yes.
No, not
You
you, Law.
feel
I'm
me?
talking to, no, not you. I'm talking to
No, no,
Di
no.
Simone.
I was responding to Die.
Did you grow up in a house with your daddy?
No.
Okay. So then and I'm not trying. Don't think I'm trying to come at you. I promise to
No,
God,
no, what
I'm
I'm
not.
saying is, okay,
But
no,
what?
this, but the reason why I say this because I've been loved by a man, genuinely loved by a man, like, and I feel like he was a real man, like he held
But
things
that was
down,
a
like to the point
romantic
where I can be
relationship.
a woman, but I feel like he never focused on these things, and I don't know if it's because of where, and he was a Christian man, he didn't get a chance to be successful because he died at a young age, but he was kind of like in the streets, he knew how to handle himself, he was very smart. It was different. Like he was a very diverse man. He loved, even though like even he was like deep in the streets and he was like top dog, but behind closed doors, he like anime. He like Ninja Turtles. He like, you know what I'm saying? He was very diverse in his personality and who he was. When we went outside, because he knew that people knew not to try him because of the reputation he set for himself, he's going to hold my hand. Masculinity is not just something you could it's not just a shirt you could just put on. You know what I'm saying? If you're masculine and can't nobody tell you how to be your masculine. You know what I'm saying? So
I
that's
hear
why
you,
I
but
feel like those men that was talking and he was like, I was rejected so much by women, their masculinity shows like some men masculinity show different. And when it doesn't line up with every idea of like for instance for us, that's why I don't get it. Because for us as women, we can't say, oh, you have to do this to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like we all understand that
Y'all
there's different
should. That's
types of
why they
women. You
saying
got
men is women
tomboy,
now.
you got feminine women. You know what I'm saying? So
But so this is what I'm saying because that so I was married. Like I said, I got married at 23 years old. We had a baby, did our international lifestyle, all that stuff. So I know what it's like to be in an intimate relationship with the man that you love, sleeping in the bed with the baby that y'all made, cooking
mhm,
his food, learning his
mhm,
language,
mhm.
just being that wife and being that person for him. Okay. That relationship is very different than the relationship that you have with your daddy because your daddy gonna love you unconditionally, okay? Your daddy gonna, you know what I'm saying? You say you hungry, your daddy gonna get up and make you a steak, you know what I'm saying? A little thin steak, whatever.
Husband
My
is
my daddy
too.
my daddy stepped for me, and so because I understand a relationship with a man outside of a romantic context, I don't look at relationships with men as these hyper emotional, you know what I'm saying? I'm there to hold his hand and love on him. No, I'm there to validate his masculinity because my emotions are going to feed his logic, which make him a stronger man. You know what I'm saying? It took me a long time to figure this out because when I got married, I was young. I wanted to still be outside, do my thing. And it was just a lot. But not that I was cheating, but I just really like outside. But with all that being said, once I got more mature and I was able to juxtapose my marriage to the relationship that I had with my father and the men that I currently live with, I can now see that it's my job to be the emotional safe space, but it's not my job to solicit that out of them. Okay, that's not my job. That's not my job to be like, babe, let's talk about your feelings. How y'all doing? Because even with my cousin and my guys being here, when my grandma passed, I had them pull up all the carpet, all the drywall wood off the floor. They did some big work with me with like 6 tools, including a butter knife, right? So as they up in here pulling up the stuff, dust everywhere. You know what I was doing? Clapping. Yay! Singing Andy Stone, Black Brother. You know what I told them? Y'all up in here, I'm finna go in the back and I'm finna throw these chicken wings on the grill. I'm finna make y'all a little potato salad. Yes, brothers, y'all did y'all thing. We gonna feast tonight. You're gonna feed their masculinity by speaking to their self-esteem. And speaking to a man's self-esteem does not necessarily mean that you are placating his emotions. And we
Right.
gotta learn that because what you're gonna do by placating that man's emotions is emasculate him. And once, even though you think you helping him, after he calms down out of that emotional state, he gonna be mad as hell. Anytime a man feels emasculated, that turns that emasculation energy turns into anger because they are embarrassed by being emasculated. So I'm not here to elicit your emotions out of you. I'm here to make you feel like a man.
And
I got a
Hey,
when
question.
hey,
we so we
T
talk
Ray.
from two different
Very.
points of views. You talk from like he said, and I feel like you relate to Trump like a lot. Y'all talk from a silver spoon type idea. You know what I'm saying? A silver spoon type standpoint. Like y'all talking about the end result. I'm talking about getting our men and our women to the end result. That's what, when I talk, that's how I talk, because I see the problems. I see the issues. And y'all have the ideas, which y'all saying I'm not disagreeing with. But when I'm talking about the general, the mad black man. I'm not talking about the black man that's healed enough to be able to deal with his daughter emotions and be able to, deal with, and they got the family groups and they talking to each other. The mad black man don't have them. They don't have them groups that they could chop it up with. That's the reason why they demand black men in the first place. They don't have that mother that's been that emotional support system and that dad to give them their discipline. So then as a community, how do we fix this issue? Because you can't just say, oh, well, that's just happened when you was a kid. It's not that easy because I've dealt with that type of trauma. I'm not a silver spoon type, person. And my mom, she's not a victim either. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when I'm talking about things, I'm talking about the people that's the problem and how do we help them not be the problem no more. I'm not talking because we can all identify the problem. That's easy. But how do we fix the problem? And just leaving them on their own, like, well, you got to figure it out. This is the reason why it's taking a lot for our black community to catch up to y'all.